The National Cathedral Secretariat has responded to publications surrounding the resigning or resignation of Bishop Dakiwot Mills from the trusteeship of the National Cathedral Project. Now let's turn to the video wall to read excerpts of the release that was given to us, copied Metro TV. It says resignation of Bishop Dakiwot Mills and matters arising, clarification of issues. However, for the sake of public education, some of the issues clarified are as follows. 1. The National Cathedral is a partnership between the state and church, and the roles of the state have been clearly specified in the partnership. Appointment of the architect, the land, the secretariat, and seed money for the preparatory phase of the work. Right, it goes on to say that the architect and the land, the site for the National Cathedral had already been selected by the President before the appointment of the trustees by the President. All trustees were aware of this. So take note that the land was selected by President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo before the trustees took over from the office. Now the selection of the contractors rebate for the project was through a rigorous international procurement process supervised by the lead consultant, whose contract included the selection of a contractor for approval by the Board of Trustees. Right, okay, so the extensive preparatory work done, including work on the construction sites, are all documented and available. The National Cathedral is a partnership between the state and church, and the roles of the state have been clearly specified in the partnership. Appointment of the architect and the land secretariat and seed money for the preparatory work phase of the work. And the architect and the land, the site for the cathedral had already, okay, I've read this one, been selected. I've read this one as well. It goes on to say, okay, Mr. Kwame Prempeh, Deputy CEO of PPA, Senior Architect, Mrs. Becky Iapo, Senior Quantity Surveyor, Dr. Joseph Boite. Boite is the seconded to the project by Church of Pentecost. Mr. George Lomote, Chief Procurement and Supply Chain Manager at Office of the President. Mr. Carrie Summers, Founding Member, Museum of the Bible, USA. And no, go back to the other slide. USA, and the technical committee reviewed all proposals by the lead consultant before recommending these approval to the board. The integration of the Bible Museum and Biblical Gardens into the National Cathedral Project and the selection of the U.S. consultant, Carrie Summers, for the two projects was approved by the Board of Trustees on December 10, 2019. The extensive preparatory work done, including work on the construction site, are all documented and available.